Worry is spreading around Europe after Malta decided this week to ban all but double-vaccinated visitors, opening the possibility that other countries would follow as the COVID Delta variant contagion infects the continent. A few hours after Malta's announcement, and following warnings from the European Commission that such measures were discriminatory, the island's government eased the ban, opting instead for mandatory quarantine on arrival. Malta's changes are an example of the confusion throughout Europe after the continent decided to reopen to the world but now is suffering a worrisome spike of infections that is forcing new restrictions, throwing vacation plans around the continent into disarray. The European Centre for Disease Prevention has now put the Netherlands, Spain, Portugal, Luxembourg, Cyprus and parts of Greece and Denmark in the list of code red, high-risk countries due to the high number of coronavirus infections. There has been a 64.3% increase of weekly COVID-19 cases compared to last week, according to ECDC's Epidemic Intelligence and TESI data reported by EU and EEA countries. As of the 15th of July 2021, the institution warns. Now each country will have to decide what restrictions they apply to travelers from red-marked countries. This could include a quarantine obligation or an entry ban. Some might decide that Malta weigh and rule according to people having or not gotten the vaccine. A country is labeled red if there are 200 to 499 infections per 100,000 inhabitants in the past 14 days, according to the EDCD. Dark red is if there are 500 or more infections per 100,000, an increasing trend is observed in 20 countries. In the most affected, the steepest increases and highest notification rates were reported among 15 to 24-year-olds, with limited increases in persons aged over 65 years. Here you can find the ECDC's overview of the situation by country. The paradox? What is happening is in large part the result of the region's relaxation of restrictions and the opening of borders in anticipation of tourism, summer vacations and related events. One thing is clear now, the reopening of Europe is complicated and will be subject to alterations and ongoing adjustments due to the nature of the COVID virus and the behavior of people in each country. COVID is still troubling and dangerous, the World Health Organization (WHO) warns in a recent analysis of the global situation released on July 13. Globally, in the past week the number of new cases and deaths both increased when compared to the previous week. Nearly 3 million new cases of COVID-19 were reported globally, with some 56,000 new deaths over the past week. Cumulative deaths have now surpassed 4 million. All regions apart from the Americas reported increases in new cases in the past week, and the largest increase in new deaths was observed in the African region.